Hey everyone, it's Jenna Melanson from Canadian Beats Media. Today I'm joined by two members of Ontario-based band Brutal Youth, Patty and DC. Welcome, guys.
Hi, thanks
Hi.
for.
So first off, care to introduce Brutal Youth to the listeners?
Yeah, Brutal Youth are a hardcore punk rock band. Originally, we started in Newfoundland and then we made our way out to Ontario. And just fast, energetic, lots of jumping around, blood, sweat, tears, guts, all that stuff.
Okay. So you unveiled your album Rebuilding Year. What can you tell us about the writing process behind the release?
Originally so we had just finished in 2016 our album Sanguine, and the label had asked us, do you have something else for us? So we started writing in 2017. 2018 we really got into writing some stuff, and then some job losses and some breakdowns in relationships, and then the pandemic hit, and there was just a lot of stuff that all kind of came out of left field. And at a certain point I just started doing some work on like putting my life back together, and so this is a lot of lyrically it's just a lot of that sort of that frustration, anger, there's a lot of whinging in there, there's a lot of whining, and then it sort of gets to a point where it's like, all right, well, like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna sit here and cry, or are you gonna actually do something about it? And yeah, so it's true, like it takes that trajectory. I think Sanguine was built on sort of the concept of the stages of grief. So you start at denial and you end with acceptance, and you move through those different stages. And this one was more of a linear sort of, we start in things are pretty bad, and how do you make corrections and start over and try again, and create the life that you want. So yeah, I think that kind of summarizes lyrically where it's at. DC, you got anything about the writing process for you?
No, you pretty much covered it. It was a long process, but I think it definitely paid off at the end. I think we made something pretty great.
Yeah, we were sitting on the songs were written for a really long time, and then the lyrics just got tweaked and retweaked, and some of the lyrics just, it took forever to kind of put what I wanted to say actually on the page.
The album was recorded by Steve Risen at Drive Studios in Toronto. How was that experience?
Risen's awesome.
Yeah, Steve's great.
Anyone who ever works with Steve has nothing but positive things to say about him. He's just really good at getting the best sound out of anybody. Because of the pandemic, it took a while. It was a slow process, and yeah. So, man, I got nothing but good things to say about Steve's ability to create in just like an incredibly detailed and heavy hitting album. Like he did such a good job. The recording process itself started frustrating because we went. So DC, do you want to tell us one?
Yeah, sure. We had our first day booked, and I live a couple hours from them in Toronto, so I made the trip down, and we got there, and Steve had just moved studios, and he was having some issues with his equipment. So basically, the first day we got nothing done, and I drove the 2 hours home with nothing done. So that was a little deflating to start, but next time we got in, it got rolling, and it was a great time. Really nice dudes helping Steve out, and yeah, nothing but good things to say about all of them.
Awesome. You recently unveiled your single Moonstones along with a video to accompany the release. What was the highlight of the video shoot?
So we actually shot 4 videos that day in the same spot.
Yeah.
Moonstones was one of them, and then after Moonstones we released
Through the teeth.
Through the Teeth, and then just before the album dropped today, we put out the title track, Rebuilding Year. Those were all shot in the same space. Michael Krusty did a great job, and then there's one that we haven't put out yet, but hopefully will come out for the single You Can Call Me Al Yankovic. but yeah, so we stuffed as much as we could
Awesome.
into
Yeah.
that day. Yeah, and I think Krusty, by the end of it, he was so tired, and he had another video shoot to do after he was finished with us. So he was just
Yeah.
absolutely drained. We've worked with some just like incredible workhorses on this stuff. Like Michael Krusty, who did those videos, absolutely just put in all of the effort, like
Yeah.
a gargantuan effort. Just a huge. We asked him to lift, so like he put us on his back and he started carrying us. Steve did the same thing. We asked Steve for a lot, and Steve really delivered. Like they both over delivered, and we were so lucky to work with them.
Yeah. And Michael was actually a photographer for Canadian Beats a while ago.
All right.
Okay,
He's
so you know
awesome.
how good he is.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's still on the team, but he doesn't do much because he's so busy with
He's so busy.
Yeah, he's got a lot
everything
going
else.
on.
Yeah.
So describe your sound in 3 words.
Pat, this is all you.
Oh, you're gonna make me do this? All right,
Get into
sure.
this kind of stuff.
Yeah, fast, manic, intense.
Okay. So the next 5 questions are just for fun, and you can both answer if you want. Who was the first Canadian artist or band to catch your attention growing up?
SNFU.
Probably Fred Penner.
Tenor. What was the first concert you ever attended?
Probably Fred Penner.
That or the polka dot door, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
If you were asked to perform a cover song, which would you choose?
Oh, that's an easy one, right, Pat?
Mm-hmm. We already done it.
Yeah. Dare to Be Stupid by Weird Al.
That's right.
Okay. If you could tour with one Canadian band and one non-Canadian band, who would you choose?
Propagandy for Canadian bands and Lagwagon for a non-Canadian band.
Okay.
Yeah, those are good answers. Are we going like they have to be alive right now?
No, it's dream. It's a dream thing.
I would love to tour with the Rebel Spell. Our good friend Todd used to front the Rebel Spell, and we lost him.
Okay.
And we had always talked about touring together. And yeah, the fact that he's gone was devastating. He was an incredible musical presence. He was just an incredible guy. Just like a really down to earth sweetheart of a person. And I had always really wanted to do something with them. It would have been really incredible to actually have that come to fruition and be able to tour together. And the fact that it didn't happen was really sad. The way that it became a reality that we couldn't do it was just absolutely tragic. Losing Todd was devastating.
Mm-hmm.
So Canadian band would be the Rebel Spell. Band from anywhere. I don't know if I can top the Rebel Spell. To be honest, like that would just be a dream. Be able to
Mm-hmm.
see him and be with them again.
And what was the last TV series that you've binge watched?
Taskmaster.
Bassmaster?
Taskmaster.
Oh,
It's a show where they have comedians come in and do just like absolutely inane tasks. So they'll have people do just ludicrous things for no reason at all. It's a good watch.
I seem to just rewatch The Office over and over and over again.
Okay. Yeah, it's easy to rewatch things.
For sure.
Okay, so thanks for joining me for Zoomies, and congratulations on the album.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.